What a beautiful car, don't you think so? I think it is amazing. Wait a minute, I think I've lost somebody. This somebody is my Mr. Paul. Would you say to me where he's gone? Every time we come outside, I don't know where he is. Well, shall we see? Oh my goodness, mister. Hello. Hey, you see him? You see him?
Stuck in the back of the
Terrible.
What's going on? Oh my goodness.
You was born right now from what is this, 8485, Mr. Paul. You're right.
Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Downtown, Cato, Paphos, on a spectacality of an evening indeed. All that's missing is you. So come on. And before we start, let me show you, if your name is Lady Andrea, best shoes in the world. Let me introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and of course her name is Miss Archie Gracivian-Lambo.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again. I lost him, I knew where he was, but just because we thought it would be very funny for you, so we decided to do it.
Shall we
nice.
go and storm the downtown Cato Paphos Harbour? Hold on, she wants to do a bit of twirling. Brand new dress yet again for the most beautiful woman in the world. I think the handbag's new, the belt, I'm not quite sure. The shoes, they look very, very new, but I think we've had them a while. Is that correct?
Yes, that's because I don't wear them very, very much. So I should wear this sportswear more times. But I really love this bag.
The bag is nice. It's like got traffic lights on it, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at that. Lady Andrea, see they're almost like traffic lights. So perhaps we'll get you one of those because you're the girl in charge of the traffic lights. So, come on. Over there is downtown Cato Paphos Harbour. We're in the main car park, totally free of charge. Of course, Mr. Paul, as tradition goes, has invented his very own parking space, like this lady here. And that's one of the girls in charge of the King's Restaurant. So, of course, as we go into the restaurant area, we're going to introduce you to one or two of those stars. And you never know, Evie might be blowing kisses to you on camera very, very soon indeed. You may have noticed a big blue thing going in because of course this is the entrance to the harbour's brand new terminal. So if you want to get on a bus in downtown Cato Paphos Harbour, pop along to the terminal and of course they'll give you all the instructions and all the direction that you might need, and in general it's about €2.50 for each trip, so you've got to switch quite a few times. So if I was you, I would get yourself a day pass, unless you know exactly where you're going and you're only going to be doing one step in the day. So €6.50 per day for the day pass. Gracivi?
You're not going to the bushes tonight. What's going on?
Well,
no?
that was yesterday,
You
wasn't it?
decided not to. That was another day. Yes, but it was so funny when our Jeremy and Simon really were born from the bushes, and they were tickling, making this movement with their beautiful fingers. It was amazing, and I was laughing to death.
But you should have seen the build-up. We should have started filming a bit earlier because the actual build-up to them getting into the bush was even more funny indeed. It really was, because we got to that big bush, which is actually that one there, and we were coming along and I said, there's a bush. It was all lit up. I looked at Jeremy and I said, get in the bush, and he did. And then I looked at Simon and he was sort of thinking, oh my god, what's he going to say to me? I said, just get in the bush.
Just get in the bush. And in those bushes many other relatives of ours, should I say, living, such as snakes or cockroaches. This is where they like to be. Oh my god, poor you two boys.
Well, it was actually the twigs that were going up their inside legs and all those kind of things. But anyway, it made for a great start to a video. Thanks very much, Baron Jeremy, and of course Baron Simon. And talking to barons, there was a message from the guy who's just been appointed, and of course his girl, who we're talking about, that is the Baron of the Big Guns, of course, the superstar. And of course his girl, Baroness So sweet Caroline. And hopefully you've booked yourself on a little adventure into downtown Paphos. Normally you come around September-ish, October, so we're looking forward to seeing you guys all the way from downtown in Wellingborough very, very soon indeed. We'll see you in the booth.
What I noticed today is not that humid, by the way. Or maybe it's my idea.
No, I think you're correct.
Or maybe something else, but I think this is not my idea, this is not your idea. And I think it's just the weather is so kind to us. No humidity today.
Yeah, humidity is very, very low, but the temperature's still up there, 32, 33 degrees. First restaurant on the block. We're at the main event, as we call it. And of course, it is King's, one of the most famous restaurants in the world. And look, he's waiting to greet us. It's Prince Andreas. Yasu, Prince Andreas. How you doing? You all right?
I'm fine, how are you?
Have you had a busy day?
Yes.
Hello, Andreas.
How are you?
What do you think of the weather today? A bit cooler?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah? You don't look quite so tired.
Good, but the sun is sun.
Sun is sun. Yeah, this is true. Sun is sun. So again, as we keep telling you, no, it's not 23. I'm confused. 33 degrees. Keep wearing your extra factor. Otherwise, you could be in trouble.
I think, today is really, really pleasant day. Honestly, even from the house of ours, I could understand why there was
No mist,
not mist.
which is humidity. When we're coming down the hill, the mist sits on top of Paphos and we get to see it. Anyway, do you want to have a quick look at the King's menu? Do you want to fancy a little starter? What do you fancy? Do you want some stuffed mushrooms? Do you want some grilled octopus? Do you want some garlic bread? No, we'll have some...
He's interrupting you. See?
There he is. Lovely couple. That's the boss. Yasu Harris, you all right? Good? Yeah? So, we'll have some grilled octopus, I think, at €13.50. That's very, very nice indeed. Shall we continue with the fish theme? What do you fancy? Do you want a fish meze? Or seafood platter? Baby calamari? You know what? We'll go for swordfish today. There you go. €25. That doesn't sound too bad to me. And if you've got some littlies with you, what about a cod fillet or a chicken kebab? That's a little sample from the King's Restaurant menu. Great prices, fabulous service, and of course a view on top of the blue Mediterranean Sea.
We have eaten a few times here, and all I want to say that the food was really nicely represented. Most of the restaurants do it here on this very area, but the taste of it was to die. Everything we had was really amazing.
It was indeed, there's no doubt about it. All of these restaurants on the promenade and harbour are very much into their presentation. And of course most of us do eat with our eyes first, isn't it? There's nothing worse than, well, perhaps you like baked beans, but a big pile of baked beans planted on your plate doesn't look very appetising. Always looks a little better when it's a little bowl holding, shall we say. Or as we see in the booth, we say a bowl. There we are, Theo's restaurant. There's the man in charge. That is Signor Stefan. And of course his job is to make sure that you get to understand the menu, and then he's going to seat you in there on their brand new tables and their brand new chairs and make sure that you get a spectacality of a meal indeed. Do you want to have a quick look at their menu? Come on, let's go and have a quick look, and I'll show you one or two of the appetizers. You've got cold ones and you've got hot ones. So shall we go cold in the summer? I think we will. Shall we go for Tatar fish of the day? Is that how you say it? €18.50. Quite a delicacy that, isn't it? And then I think instead of going for the fish, we'll go for the meats. What about a mix? What about some surf and turf? And I tell you, that portion is to die for. €39, absolute bargain. And they've got some great desserts as well. Pacific?
I think in this restaurant we haven't had any experiences yet. Not that big experience. We had a small experience, as if of the people, our family members eating there. They've never complained either.
No, it is believed to be one of the best restaurants in downtown Paphos. They've both got rear houses, remember, because we are in summer, but the winter season is coming. What about coming to the most famous restaurant in the world, the Pelican Restaurant? Standing outside is Ahmed, so we'll go over and say Yasu Gumbaro to him. Across the road we've got his counterpart, which is Mr. Bonsoir. He speaks very good French and pretty good English, but Ahmed's job tonight is to get you into that restaurant. Assalamu alaikum, you alright? Good?
All good.
Busy all day?
So-so.
So-so. In other words, they've been
Because it's
busy.
hot today.
Yeah, it is hot. What do you think of the football?
For who play today?
well, England played yesterday.
Yeah, England.
And they won,
And
which was good.
And Portugal and Spain. Spain and Georgia.
Yeah, and
Georgians.
unfortunately, the Spanish won, which is a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. Anyway, you have a great night. They're getting ready for that service. We're quite early tonight, by the way. There's Eleni, the manageress. She's the girl in charge of the show. There's the man with the greatest smile in the world, by the way. And if you fancy a fish or two, look. There are some fancy fresh fish waiting in their cabinet. Look at them glistening. Which one do you fancy? Do you fancy some of them in the back? Looking very tasty indeed. Chrissy?
I think our Andros is looking very tasty today. Greenish like a lettuce salad. Looking very fresh but feeling very hot as usually we are at this moment of time. But to be honest, I must say it again, repeat myself, I don't feel a humidity. And if I don't feel a humidity, it means there is not humidity, because I'm very sensitive and I feel humid and I feel all this kind of nature things.
Yes, so it's not humid, but if you look carefully, you will see the man who she's referring to as the salad. There he is, all dressed up in green. Of course, that's Princess Addis. She's the hardest worker in the downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour. And just over yonder, do you want to go and say Yasu Gumbaru to Andros? Because he's got the Pelican with him. So let's go and have a chat.
Okay.
Come on, let's go and have a look. If you haven't seen Coco the Pelican, you are about to. There are two superstars in the Cape of Paphos Harbour, one of which is Masochin Gracila Booth, and the other one is this lady here. And she's known as Miss Coco. There she is. Gracila Booth is going to hug the man known as Lord Andros, and then probably Coco is going to try and eat her. Ella Coco. Do you fancy a cigar? Do you fancy it? Yeah, you fancy it? There we are. She's got the cigar. There we are. It doesn't get much better than that. Can I have it back? Can I have it back? Come on, give it me back.
She's enjoying it.
There we are. Miss Coco is going to eat.
I wanted to smoke that cigar.
Yes.
Obviously, it was not so bad, your cigar. So she did like, now she's biting it.
There she is.
She complains.
Coco the Pelican.
No, Coco, don't do it. She said, why did you disturb me? And I'm more than sure this bird understands more than sometimes some human beings.
I think so. There we are. She's now trying to consume Masochin Gracila Booth. Right, come on. We've got one or two more restaurants to feature. We've got Addis standing here. Addis, how you doing? You all right? You're looking beautiful as usual. Have you been busy all day?
Yes,
Yeah?
today the beach.
Yeah, pretty busy.
Now, maybe after half an hour you'll be full.
Do you think it's cooler tonight?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe England no playing today. That's why.
That's the reason. That's the reason. And luckily England won, as predicted by Mr. Paul on the little channel known as Marika and me. I'm a big fan of England, by the way. They're going to go all the way. Football is going to be coming home. And that's what we believe in downtown Cape of Paphos. Do you want to know about the Gilalamo? There it is. And of course, they're waiting for their dinner service to begin. This is Prince Zeus, by the way. He's going to invite these people in. That's the current brother in charge. That's Andreas. And of course, he's got the best dressed brother in the world. He's not badly dressed, but Marinos does that little bit more. Bistro Gilalamo. Great menu, by the way. And on top of all the great menu, they also have got their very own ice cream parlour in their back end. See? So that's where you go if you want to get a special bubble waffle or perhaps a crepe. And we're getting a wave there from one of the stars. So perhaps if your name is Princess Megan, there could be a strawberry chocolate crepe in there. Or perhaps if your name is Gangster Max, there could be a chocolate one there, couldn't there? And of course, if your name is Viscount James, all the way in downtown Mansfield, and I got you that Spider-Man balloon, I'm going to get you chocolate ice cream just to top it off.
Against the task Mr. Andros was asking me, eventually we lose. I mean, Georgians lose. I said this is a game, and of course the opposite of these poor boys, it was a very serious, prepared team. But in my opinion, what they did, it was already a huge success. They were fighting all until the last drop of the power, and on such an event, their first time in their lives, as a history remembers.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone understands that Georgia played exceptionally well, scared the living daylights out of Portugal. I think they scared the hell out of France. Not France, they'd have beaten France, out of Spain in that first half. But unfortunately, they succumbed to, shall we say, the talons of the Spanish. But what a shame. Hopefully, next time round, Georgia will do an awful lot better. There he is. There's George. Let's go and have a chat with him. Yeah? How you doing, George? All right?
I'm fine, brother.
Have you had a busy day?
Very busy.
You think you're going to have a busy night? I think so.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, I think so. You have a great night.
Thank you very much.
And by the way, George has
I
been in the
will get tired,
harbour.
but tomorrow I'm shaved.
You're a handsome chappie,
I
don't
love
worry.
you. Thank you very much.
Now, George has been in the harbour longer than the harbour has been here. Isn't that correct?
5 Pelican change.
5 Pelicans. There we are.
And
See?
I still here.
And he's still here. It's true, yeah. It's true.
Me about 87, 86.
Yeah.
88.
He's been here a long time.
36 years.
36 years. He's outlived one or two Pelicans.
Let me ask a few questions to our
Yeah, go on. Ask away.
μετανιώνεις ότι δούλευες τόσα χρόνια εδώ?
Το μόνο που μετανιώνω είναι ότι είμαι ελεύθερος, δεν παντρεύτηκα.
Okay.
That's it.
I asked Mr. George if he regrets that he's been working here so long. He said no. The only thing I really regret that I am single and I've
Yeah,
never
so-
get married until now. So
Any free women about, you fancy George, you come along. He's got a Mercedes.
Look at this boy, very careful.
There is
Yes.
a free boy in the harbour.
There is. And he is a boy. He is a boy. No, it's not possible. Not possible. He started when he was a baby. He's only about 37.
Not 8 years old.
Yes, he started
You
young.
wouldn't give him this age, you
No.
know. Sun and this beautiful climate, I think, that's a huge success and huge thing to the person. Whether it's woman or man, it doesn't matter. I think this nature gives a lot of power to the people. Literally, we understood.
And character, remember, he's always chatting away to someone, see? Always, always, always. In many, many different languages. So, if you are looking for a handsome chappie, he's getting ready to retire next year. Guess what? As I keep telling you, he's got a Mercedes, he's got a couple of bob, he's got a nice house and a nice personality. So, if you're looking for a man in your life, come down and see George. You see the booth is sidetracked. You were Gamma Jubbering, weren't you?
I was saying hello to the boy that we know that he's Georgian. When he was looking at me, eye contact never happened. I was looking away, was listening to the man talking about the things and stuff. And when I looked at this boy to say hello, he didn't look at me, so he wasn't looking at me. So I was just going to say hello. As we all here, really very close people to each other, we know each other, and of course if you see the familiar face, what you have to do, you have to be kind, you have to greet the person from the bottom of your heart and ask him or her, how are you?
Yes, indeed. And I think, unfortunately, like I said, he's Georgian, he's a lovely lad. I think today, on a little bit of a downer. Unfortunately, Georgia did have the belief, all the people had the belief, I had the belief, Marika had the belief, but unfortunately, the great man or the great woman was not on their side. And unfortunately, perhaps the Spanish prayed that a little bit harder. Let's leave you with the spectacality of a view indeed, straight out into the Paphos Harbour. I don't think it can get much better than that. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of our complete and utter madness as we take you on our travels in and around Paphos. If there's somewhere that you'd like us to go, drop it into those comments, and guess what? That video will be coming very, very soon indeed, especially for you. Please don't forget to perhaps consider to join us via the YouTube channel itself, or perhaps on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and of course that's where you could gift us that virtual coffee or two. Sir John Ricey in downtown Toronto, get your heart in your mouth, grab the hand of the girl known as Lady Lynn. Christina Booth is going to walk along the wall's edge, especially for you.
I'm not scared to fall down, especially for John Ricey. What I'm scared really is that this structure cannot stand my weight, and maybe it will fall me down, drop me down, because it's not maybe, I don't know how strong it is. And I would like to tell you many, many thanks for being with us. We are really humbled that we have in you. Without you, you know it, and many times I said we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much for staying with us. We're loving and kissing you from the bottom of our two.
Thanks for watching, and of course we'll look forward to your company again very, very soon, somewhere in and around downtown head of Paphos. Here she goes again, walking on a wall, especially for you. Looking rather beautiful, all dressed in like an orangey red. Drop in the comments, our girl in charge of the show, Dame Anne, what do you think of that little outfit? I think she looks absolutely spectacular.